All right. We are live. Hello and welcome back to my live stream. Welcome to all the beehivers, the people that are here constantly watching me live stream and laugh at my own jokes. If you are new to my channel, I am Boss Attorney Bri, and I am a California licensed attorney that practices family law and trademark law in my own solo practice. And then I come on here in the evening time and do celebrity lawsuits and talk to the chat and figure out what we think about these celebrity lawsuits that are going on in these streets. So lately, we have been talking about the infamous Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation trial. And as some of you may know, it has finally come to an end. As of last Friday, the jury was in deliberations trying to decide whether they think that Amber Heard is liable for defamation and whether they think that Johnny Depp is liable for defamation by statements made by his lawyer. And we actually voted on Tuesday of who we thought was going to win. And for the most part, we were pretty accurate with the winnings of the verdict. The jury did decide pretty similarly to us. However, we did get some answers wrong. So we're going to be going over that today. And before we jump into that, I'm just going to say hi to the chat because I see people are already popping in with the comments. We have Miriam Bacon. Welcome back to the live stream saying, did anyone else see that a jury has anonymously come out on TikTok? I did not see that today. And I probably watched TikTok more than I should have today. Dr. Glow says, saw it in Popcorn Planet, said it's 100% hoax. So maybe they took some lessons from Amber Heard, decided to be, hey, pretend to be a juror. And what we have to remember about these jurors, guys, is that people actually saw who they were. So people will be able to say if that was the person. If they're not showing their face, it's going to be a little bit harder to tell if it's a hoax or not, or to know if it's that person or not. But if they're showing their face, the people in the courthouse will know what these people look like, despite them having on masks. Some of them had on masks. And then we have Miriam Bacon replying, saying, I didn't see his reply. I will have to look for it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. So I'm hoping that I see what you guys are talking about. Helena J. Waves, welcome to the live stream. We have Jennifer Miller, a member of this channel and a moderator of this channel, saying hi to all. Hello and welcome back to the live stream. Thanks for always coming and supporting us in the chat. We have matching birthdays for happiness saying hi, Bri. Hello there. And we have Who Said Kate saying, hey, Boss Attorney Bri and chat. Yes, welcome to the moderators that help me out with the chat. Miriam Bacon says hi with the emojis. Thank you so much. And Jocelyn Bayarn is sending virtual hugs. Definitely appreciate that. P, hello, welcome back to the live stream. We have Who Said Kate, always here helping, like I said, moderator. Heather B saying, hi, the TikTok juror is fake. Joseph Morris is known to make fake news videos, FYI. Okay, that's some information that we probably all needed. Thank you for that, Heather. And we have Amanda Coelho saying, I saw the clip, definitely seems suspect. And I'm assuming we're still talking about that juror. We have Mark back in the live stream. Welcome back, Mark, saying how many had the counterclaim win? Are you asking how many people thought that her counterclaim will win? We voted no on my stream. I was very shocked to see that she won, but we'll get into that a little bit later on in the stream. I do think she technically won off a technicality on that one, but we'll see later on in the stream. We'll have a little bit more votes, some polls going on. I also did a poll on Twitter about whether the verdict was fair or not. So we'll probably also do that poll here live today. And we have Jennifer saying, hey, Kate, will we meet again? Yes. Helena J says, we can't prove that. Please don't fall for it. As far as the juror goes. And then we have Ann Kirk saying, how much does it cost for an appeal? A lot of money. It really depends on how much her law firm charges per hour, and different attorneys in the law firm charges different numbers. Also, their assistants charge different numbers. So just depending on the length of the appeal, how much it takes or how long it takes to put it together, that cost can vary. And we're probably looking into the millions if we're talking about this case, because I'm sure they're both in the millions already. And saying hello with the emojis. Thank you for that. We have Amanda saying hello from Alaska. Well, welcome from Alaska. Is it dark or light there? That's probably about the only thing I know about Alaska, is sometimes it's light and sometimes it's dark, and that it snows there. So let me know if it's 6 months of light or 6 months of dark right now. Helena J says, I need to know how the jury found Depp was responsible for Waldman. I would love to know their reasoning behind that one. I just didn't think there was enough to get there, but they found it. Part of me feels like they were mad, not mad at Amber, but they didn't like Amber, but at the same time, they didn't want her to lose all the way. But with that, I still feel like they could have still found no defamation, because I don't think Waldman's statement was as an agent of Johnny, but they could have at least got it like, yeah, she the statement was about her and it wasn't true. They could have found that, but I didn't think it was necessary to find that she won on that statement. But I do understand how they got that it wasn't false on that statement. I just don't understand how they got to Waldman being an agent of Johnny while making that statement. P says, there's also a video of Johnny hugging Judy. Some say it's the last day of the trial. I'm not convinced, though. Feels like a deep fake. I'm not familiar with that photo. Peggy Cole says, are you going to talk about Elaine going on TV and talking smack about the jurors and the judge and Johnny's lawyer? I think I'm so pissed. I saw the little notification on my news page, but I didn't click on it today because I had a whole bunch of stuff to get done. So I'm probably going to go back and look at that stuff a little later on. We have Jennifer saying, thank you to Heather. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know the creator well. And who said, Kate says, I am so pleased with the good people of Virginia. I never underestimate the common sense of the jury. Okay, yeah. I think they did a pretty good job, but we're going to have a vote to see if the majority of you think that the verdict was fair. Because remember, or not remember, some of you may not have seen it already, but Johnny won on every single count and he won money. He didn't win his $50 million, but he did win some money. So before we jump into the whole spiel that happened with the jurors, I was tagged in an article a couple of times on Twitter. I'm not like Twitter famous or anything like that, but a couple of people did tag me on Twitter about an article that The Root came out with, which I actually forgot to share my screen for you guys. So let me go ahead and set that up real quick. From The Root, they basically made a statement saying that, what does it say? Here it is right here. So let's zoom in, make it bigger. And I wanted to address it because a couple of people did they did tag me in it and wanted to know my thoughts on it. So it says, Amber Heard verdict sends a message to Black women everywhere. And of course, people are tagging me because I am a Black woman and I'm a lawyer here on LawTube. So that is why they want me to talk about it. And I honestly think that The Root should take this article down, because Amber Heard has nothing to do with any of the injustices that are put onto Black women. Yes, in the United States and in other parts of the world, but we're focusing on the United States because this is where this trial happened and this is where I live. So I know a little bit about it. Yes, a lot of times Black women are the least protected group in America. However, Amber Heard's case has nothing to do with whether Black women are going to be able to come forward and talk about domestic abuse. In my opinion, Amber Heard was lying on the stand. And so I think that women, Black women, any color woman with legitimate claims will be able to be heard and can still participate in Me Too. Do not push Amber Heard over here into the Black community. We are unrelated. Her loss is not our loss. So we will still believe that people will support us if we came out with any statements like her. as long as we're telling the truth. But I think that anyone that is lying about any of these things, they should get Amber's result. But don't pretend like Black women lie about this stuff. So just wanted to address that really quick, just because I was tagged a couple of times in it. But we're not gonna focus on that because it was just kind of like a who wrote this? Why did you write this? It was weird. Okay. We have who said Kate says I get offended when people say will they weren't smart enough to get out of jury duty. Yeah, you don't have to be smart to get out of jury duty. They just different attorneys want different people in the jury pool. So I don't think it has to do with whether you're smart or not and how you can get out of it. Matching birthdays for happiness says Elaine speaking on the verdict is preposterous. Yeah, I want to see what she actually said, because she might have violated a little bit of client or attorney-client privilege, depending on what she did say. Hopefully, she didn't talk about things they talked about in private, but it is a little weird that she's coming out the next day. Maybe she took this trial as her 15 minutes of fame. Maybe it was her that wanted the 15 minutes of fame, not the TMZ guy or the other people she talked about. Who said Kate says, please remember to be respectful in the chat always. Yes, thank you for that reminder. We have great moderators helping keep that all together here. Peggy Cole says, did you see the article in Vice? Natalie lawyer chick was so mad. I did not see the Vice article. I've only been tagged in this Root article that I have noticed because I don't have my Twitter notifications on. So a couple of things I catch, other things I miss completely. All right. And we have Jennifer Miller saying, we talked about the Root article with Natalie last night. I really want to hear Bri's opinion here too. Well, thank you. I didn't pop into Natalie's yesterday, but I saw that she also commented on the article as well because people were tagging her as well. P says, we as Black women are not impacted by her lying, in my opinion. Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. Do not try to lump us in with her. And I'm saying Black women because that is who was cited in this article, but don't lump Amber in with any other domestic violence survivors either, because they are not the same. We are not the same as Amber. Yes. All right. And we have Amanda Coelho saying, Elaine's interview reminded me of the Australia apology video. Maybe Elaine felt the wrath of Amber Heard the night before and decided public humiliation was better than another Amber Heard tantrum and speculation. I am surprised. I did not see any speech from Amber Heard. Mind you that I was at the gym, so maybe I missed some things, but I haven't seen any speeches come out. And I heard she gave a couple of speeches in Australia. And we have Hella Swanky popping in saying, hey, hope everyone is well. Hello, welcome. And matter of fact, let me find you here on studio because I've been trying. Oh, you are already modded. I thought I forgot. I thought I missed you in the mod, but you're modded. All right. Saying, hey to me, hello. And who said, Kate says, oh boy, I can't really weigh in on this as a clear woman. I like that, as a clear woman, but I very much care about this. Well, thank you so much. Clear woman. That was a good one. Helena J says, I think if women lie about this, they deserve jail. You don't get to destroy somebody and just walk away like, oops, my bad. And I think the hard thing with Amber Heard is in her mind, she probably did believe that she was a domestic violence survivor. However, you can't go around yelling that when you are also a domestic abuser and you probably triggered any of the violence that came towards you. So I think that in her head, she felt like she was, so she didn't think she was defaming. But at the same time, you know what the requirements are to be abused. So you can't go around saying that. But yeah, I know a lot of people have mentioned that as well, that people should, if they're making these types of statements and ruining people's lives, then they should also do jail time. I am interested in finding out if there's going to be any politicians doing this or any laws coming into place to put some type of repercussions for people that obviously lie. Now, there may be people that come forward and may not really know if they have a story or not. And so we wouldn't want those people to be punished because we don't want to kind of silence people that are going through abuse in the fear that they might then be charged with something. But if someone's just blatantly lying, then I do think that there should be jail time for things like that. So thank you for that, Helena. And then we have Peggy Cole saying she said that Johnny's team acted deceptive, and that's putting it lightly. I think that they dealt with the facts that they were given. Okay. I don't agree with that. And then we have Heather B saying, you're always so upbeat. Your positive attitude is uplifting after a long work day. Well, thank you for that, because I was not having a good day today, but just coming on YouTube and having the support from the chat, it usually gets my happiness up. And so I'm definitely happy that you see it and you appreciate it. We have Mark saying no group deserves to be lumped in with Amber Heard. I can agree with you there for sure. Lesson of case is listen to everyone and make judgments based on evidence. Very, very accurately put, very well put. Thank you for that, Mark. I think that is a key lesson that people need to take away from this trial. You can't just believe everyone. Listen and make your judgment for yourself. Who Said Kate says Elaine out and out lied in her interview, in my opinion. She repeated that SA allegation as a truth. Tisk, tisk. Yeah, so the jury found that it wasn't true, so she should not be putting it out there as true. We have Anna Kirk saying, can Amber claim bankruptcy if she cannot pay? Yes, she can. So whenever you get a judgment, and the laws might be a little bit different in Virginia, but where I am here in California, if you get a judgment and you cannot, or you get a judgment, that goes on your credit report immediately, even before you file for bankruptcy or anything like that. The fact that you owe money is a debt that is reported onto your credit report. And I think the credit laws are federal, so it might apply everywhere, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I'm not a credit attorney. But if she can't pay it, she can file bankruptcy and kind of get the judgment wiped away. I hope that she pays a little bit of it, just because, you know, she pledged all this money to the children's hospital, or in her opinion, she donated it. That's why I said in her head, she probably feels like she was a domestic violence survivor. And so in her head, she also thought that she pledged money to these hospitals in the, what is it, the ACLU too. I think she has a different world in her brain, in my opinion. Don't quote me. All right. So yes, she can file bankruptcy if she cannot pay. $10 million. Yeah, that's a lot of money. All right, we have Tanya D, new member. Thank you for joining the membership. We always have Tanya D here supporting the channel. And so thank you for joining in the membership. For those of you that did not know, I got monetized a couple weeks ago, and now my memberships are also open. So if you have any money to spare, I always appreciate if you donate. If you do not have $5 to spare or any super chat money to spare, you can still support the channel by making sure that you hit the like button. It's completely free. You just tap that little thumbs up button and it helps my video out in the algorithm. And when it's helped out in the algorithm, it makes YouTube pay me because more people are watching. So if you hit the like button, you force YouTube to pay me. Thank you for that, Tanya. We have Audrey saying, I think Amber knew she was lying. I don't know. I feel like she has some issues. Part of me feels like she thought she was telling the truth, but she just wasn't. You can't just make up facts. Amanda, oh yeah, okay. I can go with that, Audrey. She was making up facts, so she had to know she was lying about some of the incidences, the way she was describing it. But her believing that she was a survivor, I think she did really believe that, but there's no way she could have, not no way, but it seems like she believed her story of the events, how it went down. I don't think that happened. Amanda Cole says, I'm very pale red-headed. I think I probably qualify as a clear woman too. And I like the phrase. I thought that was very creative. Jennifer welcoming our new member, Tanya. And then we have Neke Hildbrand blog saying hello. Well, hello there. And we have Mark saying she can file and likely discharge attorney's fees. The defamation damages would most likely not be discharged. Okay, Mark knows a little bit more about bankruptcy than I do. I know you can file bankruptcy, but that is new to me, that her judgment actually won't be discharged. Wow. Is it because it's an intentional tort, or is it, because I think some judgments can get wiped away in bankruptcy. But like I said, I'm not versed in bankruptcy and credit and all that stuff. Helena J says, where Caspers are reflective. That's good too. You guys are crazy. Crazy funny. P said both teams choose the jury. So what the H is Elaine talking about? Yeah, she had the opportunity to pick the jurors that she wanted to. But the issue she might be seeing is that maybe her jurors were all alternates, or most of her jurors were alternates. That would be interesting to find out. Peggy Cole says, Bri, what is your name short for? Just wondering. I love being able to catch you live. I'm happy for your success. Well, thank you for joining live. My full name is Brianna. Just go by Bri because, you know, it's shorter, it's easier. And then you don't get the mix up with the Brianna, Brianne, Brian, all kinds of stuff I get. So it's short for Brianna. All right, we got some chats coming in, and we're going to get into the verdict. I'm getting all caught up in the chats because I really like to hear your opinions and what you guys have found on the internet while we've been having our break since Tuesday from seeing each other. Amanda also said, I had a friend who used to say, oh, you guys are still talking about the paleness. So you guys I'll let you guys have that conversation. All right. So we have matching birthdays for happiness, and Johnny's mechanic provided a statement that highlighted Amber and Amber's father's threats against Johnny. He had stopped paying Amber's bill on a classic Mustang, and Johnny did so much for them. Yeah, he did do a lot for them, and he was really generous with her family, her friends, everybody. They kind of like bled him dry with money. Now, do I think that $10 million is even going to cover his attorney's fees? I do not, but I do think that he proved his point. He got his story out there, and I feel like he can kind of clear his name from what Amber Heard put out there. We have P saying, Rob of Law and Lumber said, if she files bankruptcy, it will not wipe away what she owes. Okay, yeah, maybe I need to have Rob come over here to give us a little bit more information because he actually practices in Virginia as well. Nettie says, congratulations. Well, thank you very much. Helena J says, oh, you guys are still having your conversation. And we have a super sticker coming in from Audrey for $2.99. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Did I miss another? Oh, no, that was yours. Okay. Coming in, it just doesn't show me the little graphic on StreamYard, but I can see it in my YouTube studio over here. All right, I'm lost now. Okay, but thank you for the super sticker. Jennifer Miller says, we love that YouTube is paying you. I love it too. I think it's well deserved. I started my YouTube journey about maybe like a year and 3 months ago. And then you see like everyone else, you know, getting their subscribers, getting their watch hours, getting monetized. And so it was very like a relief when I finally got monetized. And it's thanks to you guys that came and sat on a stream with me for 5 hours, helped me get over 2,000 watch hours, which is what I needed to get monetized. So thank you very much for that. It made it happen a lot quicker than it was happening. Who said Kate says, reach over and push the thumbs up. Yes, exactly. If you have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button so we can jump into this verdict form. I don't have the actual jury's verdict form, but I have ours that we did on Tuesday. Amanda saying, congrats, Bri. Well, thank you very much. I'm not sure what we're congratulating for, but I'm going to say thank you anyways, because a lot has been happening in my life. So I'm always confused about what the congratulations are for. And then we have Hello Swanky saying, I agree. I think she sees herself as a victim, but knowingly lied to prove that. Yes, exactly. Very well put. Very well put on that. Okay, so let's pop over to the jury form that we did on... Okay, actually, no. Let's go to Twitter. So I did a poll here on Twitter. Can you guys see that? I always am concerned because I do not see that well. So I want to make sure you guys can see it. Okay, so here was my poll that I put out last yesterday. What day was it? It was yesterday. And so I said, Johnny Depp won on all 3 statements. Amber Heard won on 1. Do you think this is a fair verdict? And we have, what did we have? Like 178 votes. And then 86% said that it was a fair verdict. 5.6% said it was not a fair verdict, and then 8.4% said that it was a neutral verdict. So I'm going to go ahead and poll you guys to see what you guys think. Do you think it was a fair verdict, or do you think it was something that was that either Amber shouldn't win or that Johnny shouldn't have won, or what do you guys think? So let's go ahead and make a poll. Was the verdict fair? I probably should have not revealed these answers before giving it to you guys, but I think you guys will have different opinions. If you didn't already vote on my Twitter poll, was the verdict fair? Yes, or let's do it the same one. Let's go fair, not fair, and we'll do a neutral verdict. Neutral, so you get the option to not choose and take the easy way out. So here we go. Ask the community, was the verdict fair? Okay, let's get into the jury forum. So I kind of already spoiled it and said that Johnny Depp won on all counts, and we actually said that he would lose on one of the counts. So let's go ahead and check out what we did. And so we have statement. Oh, let's take this thingy away so we can see. All right, and so we have the first statement. I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. The jury found that Johnny Depp proved defamation on this, and that it was with actual malice. And that was our answer as well. So we were right on par with the jury. I wish I had their form to see if they had like any notes on there, but they probably didn't, to tell you the truth. But so yes, we got that answer right. And then we have Johnny Depp. The next statement is, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. The jury was asked, did Johnny meet all of the elements of defamation? We said, yes, he did. And we also said that it was with actual malice. And the jury did as well. So he won on that claim as well. And then the next statement was, I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse. And so we actually said no on this one. So we didn't get to actual malice, but the jury said yes. And last time, I think our reasoning was because that one's a little bit harder to prove. Like, she may have been able to see someone protecting Johnny, and maybe she saw the cops protect Johnny. I wouldn't necessarily say the cops that came with the body cam footage protected him, but maybe she did see some things, some lawyers helping him out, anything like that. But we got that answer wrong, and that's why we always say that jurors are super unpredictable, so we never really know what they're thinking. So we did get that one wrong, but the jury said yes. They think that Johnny Depp proved the defamation on that one. And then we have Deborah supporting the live stream. Thank you so much for the super chat, saying, was it ethical for Elaine to accuse the jury of looking on social media for reasons that jury gave JD the win, inferring that jury got the verdict wrong? Yes, that is improper. I don't know if she could really get in trouble for that because the case is over. If they appeal it, she might be able to make those types of claims. I think that with this case, the fact that it was so long, and to expect that the jury didn't see anything or hear anything within this, month and a half trial, or over a month and a half trial, I don't think it's unreasonable to think that. But for her to actually state that as fact, that's an issue, because if she knew that as a fact, she should have brought it up in the actual jury trial. Now, her stating her opinion, could it be considered unethical? Probably, but we will have to look at their rule of ethics out there and see if they have something against that, especially stating it as fact. And let's see, maybe she might have a defamation claim coming against her soon for saying that they did that if they actually did not do it. So that is that. And then we have, let's pop back over to the form. And so we voted on how much Johnny Depp should win. And we said that he should win $50 million. But if you guys watched the verdict or watched a replay of the verdict or just heard on Twitter, the jury actually awarded him $10 million in compensatory damages. And so the compensatory damages we talked about on last stream, those are just the damages that he was able to prove, whether it be loss in income, humiliation, even though he doesn't have to like document humiliation or anything like that. But all of those things can be considered in the compensatory damages. And then the next thing that we awarded was punitive damages, and we just decided to do the statutory amount of $350,000. And so I know it was a little bit of confusion. I know I was a little bit confused of why they did not show the jury the cap, because the jury actually awarded Johnny $5 million in punitive damages. So they thought that Amber Heard's statement were not only lies, but she deserves to be punished at least half as much of the money that he is entitled to for compensatory damages. Now, the jury did not know that the punitive damages are limited to $350,000. I think it's because the court and like public policy does not want the court saying, oh, I can only give this much in punitive damages, so let me add $4 million onto his compensatory damages. So they didn't know about the $350K. We did know about it, so we awarded it to him. So we were off by a good $40 million about how much money Johnny Depp should get here. So what do you guys think about it? I see the votes coming in on whether the verdict was fair or not. We have about 60 votes and 130 people watching. So we're about halfway there. So we could potentially wait out the vote a little bit longer to see if anyone else has a vote that they want to give. We have Who Said Kate saying, I am still kind of irked. She got $2 million over Waldman's statement. Yeah, we're going to get right into that in a moment. Little Galaxy 56, welcome back to the live stream, saying only reason Amber got anything was because of Waldman, but Johnny was blamed. Exactly. I'm still not finding how they got to Waldman. I honestly didn't watch that part of the testimony, so maybe I'm missing something there, but it just doesn't seem like he will be an agent in that capacity. And so let's actually let me go ahead and bring up the actual jury instruction regarding that so we can look at it to see how they could have possibly gotten there. So we'll get to that in just a moment. We have Tanya D, a member of the channel, saying, I don't think that will hold up in appeal since Amber Heard brought in the social media hashtags into the trial. Yeah, I think it's okay if they look at social media after the trial, but they are not supposed to look at it during the trial. They can't have any outside sources. I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but I did want to make a note of that because someone brought up the jurors earlier. Who Said Kate says, sorry, meant Waldman's statement. Okay, it was just a typo. Mark says, do we know which lines were blank before the judge sent the jury back? They returned fast if they had to come up with 10 million. We do not know. Well, at least I do not know what line was blank. But when, if you guys missed the verdict, basically the jury said they had the verdict, and when the judge got the form, she sent them back to the jury deliberation room because they had left a line blank. And the judge basically told them that if you fine for defamation, you have to put a money award amount on that line. So she sent them back. So that's how a lot of us knew that, okay, well, someone won in the trial because she said, if you fine for defamation, you have to award them some money. Now, I was on Legal Bytes stream when this was going on, and a lot of people were speculating that it was because the jurors awarded punitive damages, but they didn't put any compensatory damages on there. And a lot of law tubers thought that it was because Johnny Depp won. I don't think anyone believed that Amber won at that time, to tell you the truth. I didn't believe that Amber won at that time, to tell you the truth. However, now that we know that Amber won something, I think, in my opinion, I don't know if this is accurate, so don't go tweeting it and quoting saying Boss Bri said, because this is my assumption, is that they let Amber Heard win and her line was blank. I think that they did not want to give her money initially, and that's probably why she did not get money in the punitive damages as well, which we're going to get into. I just kind of spoiled it. But I would be more inclined to say that Amber Heard's line did not have any money. And I honestly think that $2 million was too much to hold Johnny liable for Waldman's statement, when I do not even think that he was acting as an agent for Waldman. Now, can Johnny pay the $2 million? Most likely, but do we want him to? Probably not. And we have Jennifer Miller saying, buzz by the like, subscribe, and join button to be a part of the Bri Hive. Yes, exactly. Do exactly what Jennifer said. Little Galaxy says, yeah, Waldman was truthful. Amanda says, absolutely. I was yelling, lady, you brought the court of public opinion with your witnesses. Yes, she did. I don't know how they thought this was not going to get to the public. It's freaking Johnny Depp and the girl from Aquaman. I don't know where I get this stuff from. I really did not know that Amber Heard was in Aquaman. And like I said, a couple of you have heard me say this multiple times. I watched Aquaman like, what, two months ago? And I was like, Amber Heard was in that movie? And they were like, yeah, she was the main girl. I was like, missed it. Completely missed it. All right. We have Helena Jason, compensatory for someone on Clue Who. Not sure what you mean there. Peggy Cole says, she said contenta party statement. I don't know what you're referring to there. Audrey says, Amber's lawyers brought the hashtags into the court proceedings. Yes, they did, because they were upset that people were hashtagging Amber Turd. They didn't like that very much, but they also were not able to prove very well that there was correlation between Amber losing work and those hashtags, or what Waldman said, honestly. Who said, hey, yes, buzz that like button for the Bri Hive. Yes, we love to see it. Hit the like button, guys, if you have not already. Little Galaxy says the blank was damage award to Amber. I think so too. That's what I just said. I think it was for Amber. I think they did not want to award her money. And I wish they would have specified that you have to put a number there, but that number could have been $1. It did not have to be $1 million. It could have been $2. It could have been a nominal damage. Like, yeah, he said the statement, it was defamatory, but we don't want you to get any money. But they gave her $2 million. They're just like throwing Johnny's money out there like it's their money to spend. It's ridiculous. All right, we have Jennifer Miller saying, I would be super mad if I had been a juror for over 6 weeks, avoiding all social media and news, only to be accused by the losing side of breaking the rules. And that is just a sign of being a poor loser, because I'm just wondering how she even came to that conclusion. And if these jurors were very honest and they actually didn't look at the social media, that's kind of like a slap in the face, right? And we have Callie Tangerine. Welcome back to the live stream. Saying, how does a jury calculate damages? I know Depp lost movie roles, etc., but 10 million seems so low. So the reason why it's probably low is because they probably did not believe the experts that said that he lost all of this money in movies. They probably didn't believe that expert. So that's how they could get a lower amount. Maybe they thought that Johnny Depp's career was already, off and going down the drains before all of this happened. So they thought that he deserved less money. And so basically they can take all of the evidence into consideration. They can take the expert testimony if they want to. They can take how much Johnny Depp could have been embarrassed by this, how much he could have been humiliated by this, how much he could have lost social class behind this. And so a lot of it is kind of speculative. The only like hard concrete evidence would be how much he lost in money. And maybe they just didn't believe him in that as far as his contracts went. Emily Tracy says, sorry, late. You may have talked about this. Elaine's PR statement on Today's and CBS. She is saying that jurors went on social media and bad-mouthing them for it. Doesn't she know better not to assume anything? I can't talk today. She should know better, but we saw her lawyering. So maybe she just doesn't care, honestly. We have Helena J saying, can we appreciate Amber Turd in the court record? Excuse my petty, but I love that. It's in the court record several times because they kept saying it. Ella G, welcome to the live stream, saying they also introduced the umbrella guy into it. Yes, they did make the umbrella guy pretty famous by mentioning him. So Elaine was on social media. Doesn't mean the jurors were on social media, but Elaine definitely was. Helena J says, I asked my son, he's 20, and his friends, nobody remembered her. Are you talking about Amber Heard? Yeah, I don't know. She was also in, I was told she was also in Zombieland, and I'm not sure I would remember. I don't remember her in anything, honestly. I don't know if I've watched very many of her movies, to tell you the truth, though. Vicky Winter says the judge said they should put $1. She said you have to put at least $1, but it can be any amount. Oh, I didn't hear that part. Did she say at least $1? I thought she just said you have to put a money amount in there. They should have put $1 if it was Amber Heard's line that was blank. Nettie Therese says, I wonder if Amber has paid her lawyer's 6-week trial. Sounds expensive. I highly doubt it. And now she owes Johnny $10 million, and she still owes the Children's Hospital $3.5 million. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think she's paid all of it. She's probably paid some of it. Big law firms like that usually require a retainer. So maybe she has paid all of it. People were accusing her of using her home loan. I don't know if that's true, but depending on if they required a retainer or if this was just Elaine's 15 minutes of fame, so she went ahead and took the case without a full retainer, then that could be the case as well. We won't know until when somebody comes out and tells us about it. Sharon Ann says the jury took 3 days and did a great job. I think they did a pretty accurate job. We actually said Johnny Depp will lose on one, and they said that he would win. And some of you actually were pretty right. A lot of you said on Tuesday that it will, the jury would come back with a verdict on Wednesday. And I was like, oh, I don't think it's going to be that short. I was thinking more Thursday or Friday. But you guys are right. They came back yesterday. All right. So we have MB Gerald says, I voted not fair because I didn't think Amber Heard should have gotten a cent. Yeah, I think a lot of people are more on it was fair for Johnny, but not fair that Amber Heard won anything. All right. We have Ray and Shahor. Welcome to the live stream, saying, what means by Amber Heard? Please tell I'm Asian and don't understand that. So basically what happened and why people started saying this is that Amber Heard was accused of doing number 2 in Johnny Depp's bed. And so that's what it came from. Or I'm pretty sure that's what it came from, other than people just not liking her. So they're calling her that. But it came, from my understanding, it came from her doing number 2 in Johnny Depp's bed. All right. And then we have Callie Tangerine saying Elaine demonstrated she needed an extra 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, she was not done. After 7 weeks on the trial, being known, being recognized, her name's everywhere. She's probably becoming memes. She was ready for her extra 15 minutes of fame, allegedly. All right. And then we have King Ramon 83 with a super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I was just looking over to see what emoji you attached to it. It's so cute, little cool guy. But thank you for sending over a super chat and supporting the channel, or a super sticker and supporting the channel. All right, let's go over to the verdict sheet again and check out what happened with Amber Heard. We basically said that she loses on everything. But the jury decided that she did not lose on everything, just kind of giving a prefix about what we're about to see. Wow, we have 197 votes in the poll. Wow, that's a lot. We have 250 people watching. So it's going to be a pretty accurate poll. And then we'll compare it to the Twitter poll too. We already have more votes in this poll than we did on Twitter. And the Twitter one was up for one whole day. So let's check it out. Okay, so Amber Heard, as to the statement stating Amber Heard and her friends in the social media, or Amber Heard and her friends in the media used fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and a shield, depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as a sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. We said that she did not prove that she met all the elements of defamation, but for some, and then the jury also said the same thing. So we were on the same lane with them on this first statement. However, on the second statement stating, quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt didn't do the trick. The officers came to the penthouse, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to face or property. So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine and roughed up the place to get their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and a publicist, and then placed a second 911 call. So she won on this statement. The jury said that this statement was false. They stated that he was acting as an agent for Johnny Depp when he published the statement. The statement was about Amber Heard, which it was, because he says, they straight up say Amber. Yep. So it's about Miss Heard. I agree with that. And then the statement was seen by someone else. Yes, it was published on the internet, and they said that it was false. I think that they won on the technicality of it being false because it's so much detail in there that they called the cops, it didn't work, they came back, they roughed up the place, all of these things. And technically, you couldn't even see the rough up of the house. So I could see how they could find this one to be a true or a false statement, because he didn't really have the facts to back up all of those things that happened. And Johnny Depp's team didn't really prove that all of those things did not happen. However, as far as making it Waldman's statement, let me just double check. This is from the April 27th, 2020 Daily Mail online edition article, right? And the jury found that he did not meet all of the elements there. However, this statement, oh no, it's a different day. Okay, never mind. I thought it was the same day. So I thought they messed something up, but no, they're there. But to make it Waldman's statement, to make it Johnny's statement, I just don't see how they're getting to that point, to tell you the truth. I have no idea how they got to that point, but they found that Amber Heard won on this count. And then for the last one, it says, we have reached the beginning of the end of Miss Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp. The court found, or not the court, but the jurors found that they did not meet their burden of proven defamation on this one. So we were right about this one. I think we did a vote to see how much Amber should get, and we put 0. The jurors ended up saying that she gets $2 million in compensatory damages, but $0 in punitive damages. So basically saying that Waldman's statement was defamation. However, they do not think that Johnny Depp should be punished for Waldman's statements. Still not understanding how they got to Waldman's statements being statements by Johnny. So what do you guys think about that? And so we'll pop back over, and we have Hella Swanky saying, enjoying the live stream, ? Finesse the algorithm and hit the like and subscribe. Become an official member of the Bri Hive by hitting the join button on a desktop and any Android device. Yes, thank you so much for that. That is a good pitch for everyone. If you guys have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. We actually have 260 votes on the poll and 268 people watching right now. So that is going to be a pretty accurate reading of what you guys think in the chat, because only 6 people have not voted yet. So we are going to check out that in just a moment. Who said? Kate says, can we get the likes up? Buzz the button. It's easy and free. Yes, exactly. Gamer Mr. T says that they're confused. I'm sorry that you're confused. We're talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial and the verdict that the jury came back with. Betsy Beckman said, you're doing such a great job, Bri. Love your personality and intellectual insight. Well, thank you so much. Sometimes I trip over my words, and I think you guys might think I'm crazy for that. All right, we have Sophie saying the juror on TikTok said it was because the pictures didn't show any evidence of the place being messed up if he is a juror. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Johnny Depp didn't really prove that they did go and rough up the place. So I see where you're coming from with that. And then we have Ella G with a super sticker for $9.99. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. Always appreciate the donations, guys. But if you cannot give money, hit the like button. But always appreciating the donations. Thank you, Ella G. All righty. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything here. And did I get this one? King Ramon, thank you for the super sticker. Is this one showing? I don't know where it went. I might have already done. No, this one's a new one, I think. Oh, here it is. All right. Yep, there we go. King Ramon 83. Thank you for the super sticker. Definitely always appreciate the donations as always. All right. So let's go ahead and pop over to the vote because we have 292 votes, 294 votes, and 282 people watching. So that's more than accurate. So some people have probably popped in and popped out. So I think it's time that we get on to the poll, right? Don't get on the poll. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. All right. So let's pull up the Twitter poll as well. So we have, was the verdict fair? We have 84% saying the verdict was fair. And then we have 5% saying that the verdict was not fair and 12% saying that the verdict was neutral. So let's check it out, compare it to the Twitter votes. I think they switched around the neutral and not fair. Or not fair is still 5%. And then we have neutral at 12%, and then fair at 86%, and then 84%. So it was pretty accurate with the Twitter poll. Twitter had 178 votes. This one has 306 votes. So people are pretty much on the same wavelength when it comes to this stuff. All right, let's end that poll. You guys did a really good job with getting those together. So we have at Stevens, thank you so much for the super chat saying, do you know the lead attorney? I have been on the lead attorney's channel before. I don't know him personally, but we have interacted. I've joined his panel before. He's cool. I like his channel. He's been covering the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial as well. And then he also covers some other cases online. So if you haven't checked out the lead attorney, go and check out the lead attorney. I do know who the lead attorney is, and I am subscribed to his channel. And then we have Zach Frisch with the super sticker. Thank you so much for sending over the super sticker. I definitely appreciate it. Like I've been saying, always appreciate the donation. So let's go ahead and pop back over to my full screen because I'm tiny over there. But let's check out what some of you guys had to say in the chat. Amanda said, just got here. Thumbnail says JD is 10.3K richer, assuming it's a typo. So no, that is not a typo. So the jury awarded Johnny Depp $10 million in compensatory damages. So that means Amber Heard needs to pay him his $10 million. They also awarded him $5 million in punitive damages, which is why a lot of people think that Johnny Depp won $15 million. However, Virginia has a cap on their punitive damages and they limit it to $350,000. So even though the jury awarded Johnny Depp $5 million, he can't actually collect on that $5 million of punitive damages. He can only collect on $350,000 of it. So he technically only won $10,350,000. He didn't win $15 million. Now, if he offsets that amount with how much Amber Heard won, which was $2 million, they can do that by agreement, then he will only get $8,350,000. So I hope that explains that. We got Tanya laughing. Mark saying that may be true, but it's on the judge to properly instruct regardless of what the attorney may argue. Yes, that is so true. Helena J says, Emily saying Elaine, heavy rolling. I missed that one. I think you're talking about Emily D. Baker, right? We have Norte Valle Columbia saying Amber will be assassinated. No, let's not say that. We have Evan Peen saying, what the hell does neutral fair mean? Did I put neutral fair? Is that what I put? Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to put that. I meant to put neutral verdict. Sorry about that. I think everybody got the hint what I meant. Uplifting Joe says Elaine's interview today's face palm. I missed it. I'm going to have to check it out shortly. Ella G says, I said not fair because I think Johnny Depp should have gotten more. I thought that the jury would have awarded him more, but it seems like they didn't believe his loss in income. That's my assumption. I don't know if that's the actual truth of it. Aline, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. Eleni123 says that was fair. That host should have lost and went to jail. Yeah, it's not a criminal case, so no one's going to jail there. We have Gamer Mr. T saying 50 million is a lot. And maybe the jury thought, hey, Johnny Depp should get some more money. However, we know Amber Heard is not going to be able to pay it she wasn't even able to pay her $7 million to the charity, and she actually had the $7 million. So maybe they're like, okay, let's give him this. That kind of reimburse him for the divorce, and then let's give him a little bit more because we know she's not going to actually pay him. And then we have Slade saying 3.K equals 10,300. Oh, that's what so that was a typo. I'll fix that. I got it. I put $10,300. Was gonna lose sleep if I didn't mention it. Yeah, I'll have to fix that in the thumbnail. Yes, that is absolutely right. I explained it in the way that he won this much and that much, but I see what you guys meant. It should say 10.3 mil. Okay, I'll fix it. Sorry about that. Embarrassment on the live stream. That's okay. Mary Tillman says Camille gave Amber Heard an Amber Alert. That was crazy that an Amber Alert went on while they were doing their closing arguments. They were like, this is not going good for them. Nicole Feenhold says, I thought they were going to give him $7 million from the divorce. Well, they gave him a little bit more than $7 million. So that covers the amount he paid for the divorce. Well, not all the way, because I think overall he ended up paying like $14 million, including the taxes and fees and lawyer fees and things like that. Dear Dana says, I am a creator and a psychotherapist. She needs to get help for the sake of her child. I hope she does so, but she also needs to be canceled and go live a regular life. She is too hungry for fame. And we're talking about Amber Heard there. And you're not the first person to mention that in my live. There have been other people that deal in mental health that have said that she needs to get help in order to make sure she can properly take care of her daughter, make sure she doesn't damage her for her future as well. So appreciate the comment there. In a Basket says, where is she going to get all this money? Well, she's going to have to keep doing Aquaman and being the main star there and being as good as Zendaya as an actor, as well known and as good as Zendaya and Jason Momoa and whoever else they listed. She's going to have to get some gigs. But we did do some research and learned that she only earned 1 million, well, actually like 500,000 to 2 million per movie that she has already done. So I don't know where she was getting the 100 million that she deserves in compensatory damages, because her movies just don't add up to that much if she's at max making 2 million a movie. Who Said Kate says, chat, please be mindful. Let's not put violence into the universe for anyone. Yes, exactly. Thank you for that. Who Said Kate? Gamer Mr. T said, no murder is wrong. Amber will most likely not get a Hollywood job again for obligations. Well, hopefully, I'm hoping that she does get some jobs so that she can pay this verdict off. Hello Swanky says the K is a typo. Yes, guys, we have admitted that the K was a typo, and I will fix it when I get off the live stream. And then we have Uplifting Joe typing out the numbers for me. It's this much. Yes, the numbers matter, guys. The letters matter. That's where I messed up at, was the letters. And it was out there for like 6 hours. Oh, geez, how embarrassing. Rayan Shahor says, how will Amber Heard pay 10 million? She got to get a job. She's going to have to get a job, maybe sell her house, maybe sell her cars, maybe sell some other stuff she might have, but she's going to have to do something. Zach Frisch says, said not fair since I think JD should have won the first count only and Amber Heard nothing at all. I agree with you on Amber Heard nothing at all. As far as Johnny Depp with the first count only, I would agree with you, partially agree with you there, because I do not think that she was a survivor of the SV claim. But I think that there was a little nuance as far as the domestic abuse portion went, because she was kind of seen as the person that was actually causing or starting the abuse. And I think her team was trying to go more towards verbal abuse when a lot of the evidence she put on was physical abuse, and the stories just didn't make sense. So I would say she should still win there. And then the last statement, the chat voted no on that one. I feel like that one's hard to prove. So I get the dissenting opinions are welcome. We have Callie Tangerine saying somebody should ask Elaine if she was really the JD fangirl from that TikTok video. Yeah, she might have had to go against her celebrity crush. We don't know. We don't know how she felt about Johnny Depp before all of this, right? Okay, we have RL saying the fact that she records and sets up her partner and even friends, it won't be safe for movie sets for her to be around megastars. Yeah, she's always up to something. That's one thing that this trial might have proved, is that Amber Heard is always up to something and maybe trying to get you in trouble, even though she's pretending to be your friend. Aaron says she gonna work at Wendy's. If she works at Wendy's, she's going to need to be like the CEO of Wendy's in order to pay off this debt that she now has hovering over her head. And I'm also wondering if she's just going to file an appeal, because I feel like at that point, you're probably going to spend as much money on an appeal that you would have won to begin with. So, I don't know if paying for an appeal would have been a good idea, is a good idea for her. We have Gamer Mr. T saying most likely Amber Heard would move to England and do English films. If she can get better jobs there, maybe so. Rayan says, you are so underrated. Well, thank you so much. My channel is pretty new and I don't stream as much as a lot of other people because I work a day job as well. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the stream. We have Uplifting Joe saying Amber Heard won on Waldman's statement, specifically speaking about the two sets of police and wrecking the house and spilling wine in between the police visits. Yes, that is the claim that she won on. I think that she won on it because it was more of the technical, like there was a lot of words in there that can be proven to be false. However, I wouldn't really say that Waldman was acting as an agent of Johnny there, so I don't think they should have found defamation. All right, we got some agreement going on between some of the chat. Okay, it just jumped around. Befuddle says she will appeal. It will be rejected. I hope it will be rejected. That will be a waste of time and money, to tell you the truth. Little Galaxy 56 says she will go after Elon before she has to get a real job, and hopefully Elon will help her pay for it. Uplifting Joe says the jury had evidence that specifically disproved that Waldman's statement. That's how she won. I'm thinking that's one, even though it says one. Okay, we have Pincher Savage saying her lawyer stated she will appeal indeed. I'm sure she will appeal. Is it worth the time and the money, though? They have been going through this trial for so long. I would just be like, okay, whatever. You guys say I'm not a victim of Johnny Depp, but let's move on with our lives, right? Matching Birthdays for Happiness says her abusive acts outweighs Johnny Depp's verbal abuse. I think a lot of people would agree with you there from what I've been seeing on other live streams and in other people's chats. I think a lot of the public agree with you there. Soap and Clay, welcome back to the live stream, saying Elaine claimed during the talk show today that they're definitely filing an appeal. Yeah, someone else said that. I wouldn't be surprised if they file the appeal. I just don't think it's worth it. Okay, we have Befuddle saying England don't want her. Amber Heard, she can get another acting coach and maybe get a little better. Maybe get a little better. I don't know. Celery 08 says appeal threats are just posturing. She can't afford an appeal. She can't afford an appeal. She can't afford to pay off the rest of her lawyer fees. This is all my opinion. I don't know how much money she has in the bank account. But yeah, it would just be for the show and to keep getting attention. We have Slum Page saying Amber is not liked here in the UK either. Poor Amber Heard. This was not a good move. Well, I mean, it wasn't her move because Johnny Depp sued her, but she should have just retracted the statements because this was not good for her. Zach says, agree. Second and third claims were kind of up to your point of view. Crazy she could have just gotten divorced, been a millionaire and a movie star, but buried herself with lies instead. Yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's almost like she wanted to become more famous. So she had to keep attracting attention, and her attention that she attracted just ended up getting her in trouble. Kind of like Tasha K and the Cardi B mess. Celery 08 says, no, Amber won't move to UK because now more people have heard her own tape confessions to physically abusing Johnny Depp. Yeah, those are out there. And on the Umbrella Guys channel as well, too. I lost the comment that I clicked on, but that's okay. We got some more comments coming up. We have Zach saying she needs to stay out of the UK. Amanda's saying maybe Amber Heard will get there and seek help. That would be the best outcome. I think she should get some help. Ryan says, but Emily, do you think he will do that? I think you guys are having a conversation there. Vlad says the only chance she have is going, nope, we're not doing that. Upside Down says, couple of jurors spoke out. They weren't fooled. One said she kept trying to make eye contact that made him uncomfortable. I can believe that. And so we were watching her face forward with the cameras. We were watching her from multiple different angles. And I thought like maybe the jurors can't really see how hard she's forcing it, but apparently they were still able to see it. So not a good move for her. Oh, lost it. Okay. And then we have Jen. Thank you for the super chat saying, question, do you think Elaine actually believes the thing that she said this morning, or was she just Amber's mouthpiece? My first live with you. Well, thank you for joining me live. I think Elaine, I didn't see all the statements that she made. The most that I know about the situation is what the chat has been telling me, but she may be stepping herself into Waldman's position and maybe coming up with a defamation claim for herself. I said that earlier. But I think that she's trying to keep coverage on the case just in case they do an appeal, and hopefully try to sway the public in that our opinion has been wrong about the case. Maybe they'll get Amber some better acting lessons or something. I don't know. But I do think that she might believe it. I mean, I feel like Amber has been telling her the story for so long. She might actually believe Amber's story. But I don't know. I don't know what's in Elaine's brain there. All righty. And so let's see here. We have Fat Baby Toodles. What a cool name. Saying me too. Okay, Tanya D saying hello. Data for insights. Oh, I missed them. I didn't see them pop in. We have Audrey saying, think the person reporting about the anonymous juror is false. Yeah, a lot of people said that they think it's false. I haven't seen it, but a lot of the chat has saying that they said that they think it's not real. Ella G says, two-part here. On Twitter, someone said that Emily Baker is suggesting that Johnny may not be able to collect the full amount, but he could negotiate a lower amount from her with a stipulation that she, let me see if I can find the second part, Ella. Oh, here we go. Part 2. Could never claim she is a victim of abuse of any way, shape, or form implicating Johnny Depp. That is an option for them to do, but I just don't think that Amber Heard has the money to pay him anything unless it's like $1 or even less than that, because now she has a baby to take care of. She got to get another role in Aquaman 3, maybe. I don't know. But I just don't think she's going to have the money to pay him, even if it's $2 million. I think it's going to be really hard for her. Hello Swanky says, I knew that weird eye contact thing was going to backfire. Yeah, it was so forced, right? Shaking my head. Glad one of them said something about it. I agree with you there. Maddie Perez says, what would happen if jurors come out and say they were in the jury before the year is over? I don't know if there's any stipulation that they cannot say that they're a juror, but usually they can come out as a juror once the trial is over. and not even come out as a juror. People already know who the jurors were because they saw them in the trial, and they're allowed to speak out about their kind of their deliberation to a certain extent. There are some limitations on what they can say, but people already know who the jurors are. So they can get on TikTok tomorrow and say, hey, I was part of the jury. All right. Sorry, this one is not catching up. All right, here we go. Nettie Therese says, Amber is a master manipulator. That's how she got Johnny and Elon Musk. I believe Elaine is under Amber's spell. I think she believes what Amber is saying at this point. And I say that because she got so angry and everything that when she was I'm not going to say interrogating because she's not supposed to be interrogating them. But when she was questioning them, cross-examining people, she was just so angry because she felt like the answer should be whatever Amber told her, in my opinion. Befuddle says her personality disorder contributed to a lot of it. She still will have known what was true, and her enablers should have ashamed themselves. They have used Amber, which could be seen as abuse. Oh, that's a good take on it. Zach with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Saying, laughing my A off. Well, her acting coach tried to help. She can't even cry for $100 million while getting roasted on the stand. So it's probably hopeless. Her acting coach is the one that put her on blast and said that she cannot fake cry. So maybe the jury felt bad for her and awarded her $2 million so that maybe someone can teach her how to fake cry. All jokes, guys, all jokes. Not this is not, it hasn't been proven to be true. I don't want to get a cease and desist. All right, we have Nicole Feenhold saying it's just going to keep their info sealed for a year. Are you talking about the jury? Maybe like their names and stuff, but people already know what they look like. Okay. Celery08 says, I heard appeals need to be made on legal issues. Elaine has been lying about mountains of evidence excluded when that evidence was inadmissible in the U.S. court of law. It was too sketchy. Yes, that is also true. You can only admit certain things, and that's why they object to things. But her team did have a plethora of issues with not letting in certain evidence. So maybe they'll try to appeal on those issues, saying that if the jury would have gotten the evidence, then they would have been able to choose differently. However, if the judge find it inadmissible, appeals court will probably also find it inadmissible. Sydney Summer says her future salary, she needs to make payments if necessary. Hate the thought of her ducking out on paying. Yeah, I think they should set up a payment plan for her. Ella Swanky says, I absolutely believe she is dealing with a personality disorder, but I'm not about to play armchair therapist, make claims like that. That's why I said if. Okay. And yeah, they did diagnose her with some personality disorder. So I think she does actually have them, as long as, there was some legitimate doctors that did diagnose her with that. Soap and Clay says, gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the super chat. Definitely appreciate that. And then we have where did we already read that one? Data for Insights. Welcome back to the live streams. I missed you earlier. Are you modded? I don't remember. Because I can do it here, but I'm not seeing it. I lost your chat. I'll have to find it. But I think it was both. She used the TRO as blackmail to keep him, or for the divorce negotiations, and to blast JD because she involved TMZ to get the shots. Essentially, whichever works. Yeah, so I've said this on my channel a couple of times. In order to get a TRO in the family court, it's really not that hard. You just kind of got to prove or plead facts that could show that you need a restraining order. However, they never actually went to the hearing or the trial to get a permanent restraining order. So it's not really evidence that he abused her just because she got a temporary restraining order in the family court. Who Said Kate says, Amber's witnesses had very similar type of word style. Speaking of people's energy and stuff, it made my skin crawl. Yeah, they did, because it's likely they got the stories from Amber, in my opinion. FYI, the thumbnail. Yep, we already corrected that. I typed the thumbnail money's bad. We have Upside Down saying 2 million was what she made for Aquaman. Jurors said they couldn't decide on money. They had to negotiate on that part. I think it should have been $1. But I wasn't in the jury room, so that's okay. Data for Insight says appeals are based on the law. Both Amber Heard's attorneys filed up against rule of law based on Emily D. Baker's commentary in their closing. Wouldn't appealing them hurt their case? I think it would. I think it would be a waste of time and money for her, but she's probably going to try to get out of paying the money to Johnny Depp, but she's going to waste it on the appeal. I don't think it makes sense. Sydney Somers says, I wrote a paper in university on borderline personality disorder. Her symptoms fit a good book on the subject title, I hate you, don't leave me. Yeah, I think that would probably, I never read the book, but that sounds like it would be accurate from what we saw in what we've seen in the trial. Amber Heard's, what a name. I heard Amber is migrating to OnlyFans. I don't know about that. I hope not. I hope it doesn't hurt her career too bad. Celery08 says, Dr. Shannon Curry's testimony was devastating. Amber fit her diagnosis to a T. I learned a lot about borderline personality disorder, and I've never known before. Yeah, they gave a lot of information in this trial for sure. We have Mark saying, counter appeal more likely to succeed than Amber's appeal. Okay, good analysis there. Well, not analysis, but commentary there. Ryan says, do you think Johnny aged really fast because of Amber Heard? I don't know. I wouldn't say he aged really fast, but I mean, I guess I don't really know what he looked like when they first started dating, to tell you the truth. Dear Dana says, her roomie Josh admitted that she was cheating on Johnny from the beginning of the marriage, though. I missed that part, so I don't know about that. And Amanda says, I have that book. It is amazing. And having read that book and remembering the stuff from undergrad when Dr. Curry said what her diagnosis was, I was like, oh, that wasn't obvious. Okay, I think that's the I hate you book. Yeah, so a lot came out in the trial. The jury found that Amber Heard is liable. She owes Johnny Depp at least $10 million, and Johnny Depp owes her at least $2 million. She owes Johnny Depp $10,350,000. I would be excited to find out if they negotiate any different amounts or if she actually pays the judgment. But that was the end of the trial, guys. That was all we had. And it's over. It's consumed 2 months of our lives, and now it's over. So we're going to have to find some other topics to talk about on this channel now. So if you have any ideas of cases that you would like to hear, I normally cover trademark cases on this channel, but also other celebrity cases on this channel as well. But if you have any cases that you see going on in the media that you would like me to cover, please make sure to let me know. And I was just about to hop off, but we do have to shout out Mary Tillman Johnson for becoming a member of the Bri Hive of my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and making your donation and becoming a member of the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And I love seeing you guys all here on Tuesday and Thursday nights. Supposed to be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but this week we went a little late. So I try to keep it within that little time frame. So we'll be on again next Tuesday with a new case, hopefully some new cases to talk about. And I will see you guys there. Thank you for joining live.